Good afternoon and welcome back to the Neighborhood Seasonal Social. In light of several members volunteering for the armed forces, the host of this seasonal social has asked if anyone has anything to say to those who are about to volunteer. I don't have anything to say, nothing that you likely haven't heard already before, but I know someone who does. And needless to say, they'll be up here to tell you all about it in a minute, and more specifically to share a particular insight or two. That is my maternal grandfather, who was briefly in the United States Navy. He was only briefly in the United States Navy. He completed basic training and was even one of the better marksmen. But there was a small hitch. I'll tell you the short version of this story for those of you who don't have the time and can't stay for very long. The short version of the story is that my grandfather, bless his heart, joined the United States Navy, did rather well in the marksmanship and in basic training in general, got all the way through it, and discovered the hard way that he gets debilitatingly seasick. While I can imagine that it's not exactly uncommon for sailors to get seasick now and again, but this one was a little bit different. You can tell it was a bit different and specifically more severe because the Navy decided to simply discharge him altogether. Neither me or my grandfather will tell you if you should or shouldn't volunteer for the military. That's your decision, and the only person who can make it for you is you, and no one else is you. But I do urge you to please seriously and carefully consider what branch you volunteer for. Don't join the Navy if you get violently and incurably seasick. Don't become a pilot if you're afraid of heights. And maybe don't join the Army Corps of Engineers if you can't do mathematics to save your life. So, without further delay, I believe I've talked long enough. Let's hear it all from the man himself.